Manya had never been so thrilled in her life. Any 12-year-old would be, if given the chance to visit the No Man's Islands in the Pacific Ocean. Manya's father, Dr. Gogoi, an eminent astronomer, was working there on Project Hynek, a classified science project. Manya and Dr. Gogoi reached the airport for their flight to Zimbabwe, a country close to No Man's Islands. When they landed at Zimbabwe, Dr. Smith, an astronomer, received them and led them to a waiting helicopter in a deserted corner. Soon they were flying above the ocean. Soon the island was visible. Unlike what Manya had expected, there was a huge cone-shaped structure, secured to the ground by a scaffolding, on the island.
That cone-shaped structure is the UFO net meant to capture UFOs. It has rockets to drive it in space, where it can be remotely controlled.
Explained Dr. Smith. Everyone rushed out as the helicopter landed. Two friends of Dr. Gogoi, who also were astronomers, Dr. Joseph Willis from the USA and Dr. Tukchi from Japan, emerged from a nearby dome, and then all of them went towards the main building. There was a huge, circular, well-lit hall in the basement. Soon Dr. Dominic, another scientist, walked up to them.
I'm Pierre Dominique. I will escort you to Dr. Hall, the Chief of Control, Project Hynek.
Dr. Dominic and Manya approached a huge dome, the control station of the project. The large screens on the walls showed the UFO net from different angles. Scientists sitting in front of screens were monitoring everything and talking to each other through microphones.
The basic aim of this project, named after the late J. Allen Hynek, the American astronomer who first investigated the UFO phenomenon, is to capture a UFO. Experiments conducted years ago found that a UFO went haywire when it encountered a powerful magnetic field. At the mouth of the UFO net, there are powerful magnets that produce intense magnetic fields, which can be felt within a radius of 10 kilometers. You will soon see the flight of the UFO net,
said Dr. Dominic excitedly.
You are lucky, I must say.
Manya looked at the screen expectantly. Nothing happened for a while. The giant UFO net stood defiantly. The scaffolding on both sides of the net fell. The thick smoke blotted out everything on the screen. Gradually, the smoke became less dense to reveal an empty space. The net had flown away.
Young lady,
said Dr. Dominic.
You're about to witness something extremely rare, the first space hunt extraordinaire. It seems a group of UFOs has just been sighted.
Dr. Dominic continued.
We have been trying to match the flight of the net with the probable appearance of UFOs and it.
Before he could complete his sentence, some of the screens went blank, but they were soon live again. A group of small glowing dots, possibly UFOs, appeared on the screen. Manya's heart began to thump hard. As the net rose, the glowing dots grew in size. One of them left the cluster and came whirling down towards the net.
Till now, the UFO has not exhibited any crazy behavior,
continued Dr. Dominic.
But soon, I am sure, it will come under the influence of the net's magnetic field. Voila, it has.
The golden ball on the screen shook and zigzagged towards the net. The net immediately went into action and rushed towards the UFO swiftly. The UFO, already shaky, lost height and changed its color from yellow to orange to red. The net moved fast, came right below the falling UFO, and turned its mouth upwards. Just then, the screens went blank. Contact with the net was lost at that crucial moment, but nothing happened.
Is the project a failure?
Wondered Manya. A dejected Dr. Dominic led Manya out of the hall and into the open. Even Dr. Gogoi's face was pale and sad. A few weeks later, Manya asked her father hesitantly,
Papa, there was something I didn't understand about the No Man's Islands. What happened to Project Hynek? Was the UFO eventually captured?
No, Manya. The project failed.
Nevertheless, we have been able to determine certain things. When the UFO was in the net, it released a tremendous amount of heat, which perhaps melted some parts of the net. At a very high altitude, the UFO parted company with the net. The net fell into the Arabian Sea. The UFO landed a few hundred kilometers away in Kutch. Fortunately, no harm was done. Scientists are now examining the crater to get more information.